Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. In a moment, I'm going to press play on this video here. It is very short. It's 11 seconds, and it is shot from a distance. So we don't get to see everything, but it's pretty scary nonetheless. So let me tell you a little bit about what this is about. This is about an incident that happened Friday afternoon in West London, a suburb called Hayes. The actual park is called Barra Hall Park. And apparently it was particularly hot. I keep hearing mention about how hot it is in England. 32 degrees Celsius, 90 degree Fahrenheit. I mean, yes, that is hot. That is hot, but it's not crazy heat. I mean, it's not like that heat in itself is not going to turn somebody insane. Let me tell you what happened. Essentially, it is a hot day in London, and all of these children here, well, perhaps not all of them, but a lot of them, were having a water fight. Water pistols, you know what a water pistol is, perhaps a super soaker, but a toy gun with water in it, and you squirt it at people. People get wet. So, it's a little bit of fun. It's like having a snowball fight, apart from it's not, is water. And this was on a particularly hot day in a park. And apparently somebody, hang on, yeah, I'm getting a little bit confused with the details, but apparently an angry father was very upset that his daughter was drenched in water by all of these people having a water fight with their water pistols. The girl was drenched in water. The father was so incensed that he took it upon himself to drive his silver car directly into crowds of children. I'm going to press play in just a very quick moment, but we're going to hear the panic of all the kids. These kids on this side of the fence. They know what's about to happen. They know that this fucking psychopath father is going to drive into this large group of children. So let's watch.
Oh my
So I guess there's two parts of the video really. The first part is and it is from a distance. It's very short. It's 11 seconds in total, but the first part is of the silver car driving at speed. It's accelerating towards a large group of children, and we see all of the children in the image. In the video, there's dozens of them that we see. There's perhaps hundreds of them in the area. We can hear the screams. Even on this side of the fence, the kids know what's happening. The kids know that this psychopathic driver, this father, is driving at speed towards a crowd of kids.
Oh my
The second part of the video, we see an adult out of a vehicle. We don't really know who that that person is, but let me get to some of the article here. So police confirmed that a 19-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of common assault and dangerous driving. So a 19-year-old cannot be the father. So I'm a little bit confused there. So I don't know. I mean, it's saying that the 19-year-old man was the dangerous driver, but I am a little bit confused because at the beginning, the article tells us that an angry father allegedly plowed his car into a group of screaming children after his daughter was soaked in a water fight. Okay, so if that's the case, well, the father's going to be in his 30s, in his 40s. He's not going to be a 19-year-old, so I'm a little bit confused by that. The dad was supposedly infuriated after school children drenched his daughter during a water fight in a West London park as London saw record temperatures, 32 degrees. In footage posted online, a man appeared to tussle with children in school uniform as they sprayed water pistols in Barra Hall Park in Hayes on Friday afternoon. A silver car was then videoed mounting the curb outside the park and driving into a large group of children. So I don't really know what's going on here. So is the The second part of the video is that prior to the driving incident. Is that a 19-year-old male? He's got a beard. I mean, it could be. Maybe it is. Could that be the older brother? And then the father drove into the crowd? I don't really know. Dozens of children were seen scattering as the car ploughed through the crowd. A girl who witnessed the alleged attack said, "This guy tried to kill people." Yeah, I'd agree with that. He's driving a car, a 2-ton piece of metal, at speed. Okay, it's not super duper fast speed, but it doesn't need to be. We can see it speed up, right then. It speeds up. That's him putting his foot on the accelerator and speeding up, accelerating towards the group of children. What a fucking psycho. This guy tried to kill people. Yes, he did. In my opinion, he deserves to face an attempted murder charge or attempted manslaughter, whatever it might be. Enraged children pursued the car after it returned to the road. I kind of want to say good for you, children, but I also kind of want to say, hey guys, sometimes you just have to not get involved, or get involved from a distance. In any case, police confirmed that a 19-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of common assault and dangerous driving. So I'm confused. Again, I don't know if the 19-year-old was the driver or if the father was the driver. He remains in police custody. A 14-year-old alleged to have been assaulted by the driver, and a 15-year-old alleged that the car collided with her leg. Neither needed medical treatment. Well, it's good that nobody needed medical treatment by the look of it. But how fucking scary and how fucking insane. The article tells us about how hot it is. 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, I grew up in England. I perhaps didn't track the temperatures that much. 32 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, that's hot. I live in Australia, and a 32 degrees Celsius day is a hot day. But it's not like crazy temperatures. In England, I think it can, get up to the late 30s, into the 40s even, on absurdly hot days. In Australia, certainly, if you live in the Northern Territory, it's going to be in the 40s most days, or, a lot of the year. These aren't crazy temperatures. That in itself does not in any way explain the actions of this driver. If it's the father or a 19-year-old, you can't, it's not like, oh shit, it was so hot it melted their brains. No, cars have air conditioning, you can put the windows down. It's 32 degrees, but there's areas of shade. Do you know what I mean? I keep seeing this. I did the Billie Eilish video on my other channel, my Pick a Leech channel. Billie Eilish in London again. Several people fainted, and the article was claiming, oh, it was because of the heat. Oh, it was so hot. 23 degrees. That's not that hot. People don't faint because it's 23 degrees. I put a jumper on when it's 23 degrees, personally. A spokesman for the Metropolitan Police said police were called at around 5:30 on Friday the 17th of June to a disturbance in the Barra Hall Park area of Hayes. It was reported that a man had driven his car recklessly on a grassed area where a large number of children had gathered. And a 19-year-old man was arrested and remains in custody. So look, there's the article. We see a few pictures here. Here's a water pistol. Oh no, don't shoot me with 1.2 grams of water. I'm going to wrap things up here, but actually, you know what? I'm going to extend things by going into another rant, which you may find interesting, you may not. But look, part of the question here is, why are people doing these outrageously insane things? Okay, so let's just clarify. Is this outrageously insane? Yes, it is. Again, this is a car. Cars weigh between 2 to 3 tons in most cases. That is a lot of weight. If you drive at speed, which you will if you put your foot on the accelerator, which we see this driver clearly doing, If you collide with a person, a human being that is made of flesh and bones, as children typically are, you will cause severe injury to them, perhaps even death. If you drive towards a crowd, if you strike people within that crowd at speed, you are going to cause injury. That's insane. To purposefully do that. Why? Because someone was spraying some fucking water pistols. Are you fucking insane? Yes, he is fucking insane. I grew up in England. We had water pistols all the time. It's like a staple toy, you know. Water pistols. It's not like some absurd notion to be sprayed with a water pistol. I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's not like he had a cake shoved in his face or someone hit him over the head with a pillow or anything like that. It's just a fucking squirt of a water pistol. So we're confused. Part of the article is telling us that a 19-year-old was arrested for dangerous driving, and part of the article is saying an angry father. I guess, he could be a father, but it certainly wasn't a father of... maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe it was a very young child that was drenched in water. But anyway, why is this guy acting this way? Why is he doing that? Why is he being this insane? I've got an answer to that, but I can't tell you the answer. The answer is wrong think. I'm suffering a large dose of wrong think, and I can't tell you why some law-abiding people are acting in completely insane ways. Part of the reason why is because they have lost their ability to control themselves. There's a filter that we must have, some brain processes that I don't understand that stop us from enacting on our base urges, our base impulses. There's a part of our brain that says, hang on, you can't start fucking driving towards a crowd of children. Well, that's not good. There's a part of our brain which says that, from every now and then we get the urge to drive into a crowd of children. That part's normal. I'm being facetious. But we have a part of our brain which stops us from doing that. And these guys have lost that ability. They have lost that self-control. They have. Why? What's led these guys to having lost their self-control? Is it the 32 degrees Celsius heat? Here's a clue. No. It's going to be due to some medical intervention, in my opinion. I can't go any further because, as I say, I do suffer from wrong think. But that's my judgment. I'm seeing too many cases of people that are otherwise seemingly law-abiding citizens minding their own business, and they're doing outrageously insane things, trying to cause outrageous amounts of violence, absurd levels of violence. If it was from somebody who had a history of mental health issues, that would make more sense to me. If it was at the hands of someone who was a career criminal who had shown ongoing violence, that would make sense to me. But when it's these people here, and I'm presuming, I could be entirely wrong, maybe this guy is an absolute career criminal, I don't know, but I'm presuming that he isn't. And if I'm right, then he's gone from being a normal guy to an absolutely insane dude, just like that, at a drop of a hat, at a squirt of a water pistol, and there has to be a reason for that. And my feeling is that people have lost their ability to control themselves. If I'm right, we're going to see this time and time again. I'm going to make a prediction. Here's a good way to track things. I'm going to predict that in the month of July, I'm going to make articles on at least 2 situations like this. At least 2. It's a low number, but here's what I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to say at least 2 situations of people that have lost all self-control, that do not display, or as far as we're aware, otherwise seem like a normal member of society. That's my little prediction there. I know I've rambled quite a bit, and you only wanted to watch an 11-second video, didn't you? Let's watch it again.